Welcome back to Wonderland. It has been a while. It has been a month in character and out of character since the last session. And we, out of character, now have to choose between three plot lines. Either the war, the white lady, or the rook in the sewer. So,
Hi, how are you doing?
I exist.
Same.
yeah. Anyway. We may not be continuing the war plotline soon. I am partial to the White Lady and the Rook in the Sewer, so that's what I'm going to be casting my vote for.
Howdy, Kenny. How's your training been?
I need to try and get,
Not too bad. Getting a little quicker. Need to work on strength a little bit more.
Balance is important as well, especially with
what?
heavier swings.
Was that a fucking helldiver? What did I just see?
You know, the army's been taking good to the new weapons that we've managed to get.
Lovely.
Weapons. Disgusting.
A couple of newer specialized people with the newer weapons.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that fares.
Okay. It's Orish? Okay.
Howdy.
Orish looks different.
To see how that fares in the field. You can only do so much training.
And this guy's awake.
Evening.
Hello,
Evening.
You all seem like you've just woken up in the past 5 minutes.
I did.
I've only just...
Did I?
Yeah, it's been a couple hours.
More than 5 minutes.
No, I've just come back from so...
I don't sleep.
I have news on scouting parties. We've secured several safe routes into the ruins area and the first rank of the sewers. We have a safe room down there now.
Oh,
Good. It's good to know.
Which means we can start exploring deeper if we need to.
Lovely.
Still need to figure out the ruin situation as well. We need that book.
This is true. Luckily speaking, from what the scouts have said, it's not done anything beyond what the door had mentioned. It's merely reconstituting its environment and not spreading any further. So, if anything, it's something we can actually wait on.
Okay.
The only time limit is if anything else gets to it first. Ugh. I'm alive.
If the weapon is in your enemy's hands,
So
you
you're
can
not-
expect to see it in the next battle.
Yeah, we should have like to get that out of the way when able.
Understood.
It's just a matter of giving that door what it wants.
Yeah.
What's all your plans for today, at least?
If there's nothing inherently coming up, just taking it easy. I've been back and forth with the soldiers for a bit with the newer weapons, so been taking a look at that.
Hmm.
So I'm ready to take it easy today. As easy
That's
as I
fair.
can.
Well, if it's all the same, I do have a couple people I would like to chat to briefly. You wouldn't mind joining me in the usual place.
The usual place.
I'm not here keeping everyone, so you're all free to head out whenever. No important meaning, nothing to inherently report, so
I can.
Greetings, sire. Should probably go do something productive, huh?
how are you faring, Titan?
As well as I can. Thank you for your
Adjusting?
concern. Yes. It seems I possibly have missed something. Did anything happen?
Over the past month? Soldiers have been taking on to new weapons. I've just been back and forth with them a lot. We have new routes secured for the ruins and I think the first part of the sewers.
I don't know what to
Or
do.
towards the sewers. We have little safe spots. So we can start planning missions for that at some point. Aside from that, nothing. No inherent big plan or anything today.
I see. Thank you for
So
informing.
you're free to rest, do what you need. But again, as always, you know, if you're exploring towards the train, take a group with you.
Understood.
Indeed.
Excuse myself.
Of course. Have you seen Drifter?
No, not in a while.
They're
They
so
would have been around, I really haven't seen them, so... It's a little concerning. Well, I mean, here and there, but... not a lot. At least know they're still around. Especially from what I was told. So that did happen over a month ago.
To be honest, I've not been here all that much myself lately.
Yeah, so everyone's been kind of doing their own thing while we've had this brief, I guess, period of respite and getting our grips again.
I've mostly been helping clean up on the outer edges. Could have rested more.
Well, you have time today.
The hell?
I'm just gonna be like just out on the field there up on the hill.
Okay.
Taking in some air.
Of course.
Scientist,
Yeah?
what is the status of our scavenge gear? Anything useful I can plunder to regain my lost arsenal?
Is there anything that you'd like?
Energy cells, power coupling, arc generators, all of the like.
Don't think we have anything similar to that, but I will see if Atmore might be able to make something for you.
This place is rudimentary.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Titan.
Greetings.
What have you been up to this past month?
Primary training counselor. He's been putting. What's to say?
Lag.
It's
no.
been putting the ring, as they say.
It seems everyone's been busy this past month. No one's really taken a chance to rest.
Mm-hmm. Chance to rest is a chance to improve oneself. Do not take the opportunity to be foolish. Our enemies like they are taking no breaks. So I assume why we should sit idle. Take this moment of peace, as small as it is, we must capitalize on the opportunity.
That's fair enough. As they say, time waits for no man.
Yes. You're right. Anyway, ask me. I shall ask you as well. What have you been doing this past month?
Same as always, hiding away in the junkyard, doing as much science as I can. This world is very confusing for all the wrong reasons. It's taking a while to get any meaningful progress.
Meaningful progress is to put it like that, is to glint the progress you have made. If you've made any progress, that is true progress in itself. Anything is better than nothing.
Well, I mean more so progress towards my goal. My goal is to be able to find discoveries, whatever, to be able to help you guys. In most, what I'm aiming for is more so healing and support. But everything I've made so far has turned out to be a weapon.
I see. We could always more West, but your goal finding aid for us, support, and healing, as you've stated, will be quite useful. I'd say you keep determined to that goal. Do you keep it up? Oh, I say we'll be in a better spot. As soon as you get it figured out, I believe, alright?
It's just too bad that my only leads for what could make progress is currently in the hands of our enemy or deep within the sewers.
I see. I don't believe I'm fully aware of the situation. I was in sewers on the mission to unclog the overflow. But I don't think I'm aware of your situation when it comes to progress. What could you find in sewers that would help you?
In the sewers is the source of the overflow, which is a good part of the healing that we receive here. Or, well, kind of.
So it's a better connection to the source of the overflow you're searching for, correct?
Yes. Investigating the source of the overflow could point me in the direction of how to make better healing potions and better understand the process of healing in this realm.
True. If I'm correct, the source of the overflow... I'm still unaware. I've been too focused on training. I'd have to ask around myself to gain more information, but are we 100% certain that that is the source of the overflow in the sewers? Or has it made its way there from a different path? A different path?
If it's not the source, then it's at least closer to the source, which could yield different results from gathering data here.
I see.
Could you perhaps reverse the positive flow of that water? Make it hurt instead of heal. We could craft powerful neurotoxins. If an apothecary were here, it would be done already.
They have already created a neurotoxin, and I guess I would be the closest thing to an apothecary.
The apothecaries of Old Lubery would mix tonics of immense power. If they were here now, we could perhaps have an easier time with the situation we find ourselves in.
I believe I can
Progress
do
is slow.
the best. So, go on. I would like to hear what you have to say.
Our attention should be turned to the war front. Combat alike. We still have many enemies out there that seek to do us harm. We must find them and deal with them swiftly.
We'll do our best to try to deal with them swiftly, but we do not know the state of their progress. They must be keeping it hidden, or if nothing has changed over the past month that gave much emergency notice, they're planning something. To deal with it swiftly and uncover it would, but to establish other healing potions by dealing with the Everflow down in the sewers could give us possible edge. We don't know what the enemy's planning.
All I know is that the longer we wait here, the more our enemies stew outside.
You are correct on that.
Wasn't it a, what was it? A rook in the sewers that was messing with stuff?
Yes, an apparent revived ones, which brings implications.
Do we know if that rook is still in cahoots with the false army, or are they separated?
If we haven't heard from it, then we must. You're still an enemy.
I'm not considering them an ally. I'm not considering them an ally by any means, but if they're acting independently and on their own resources instead of the armies, they might have a harder time fighting against us.
There are no independent parties here. I read the reports. That last party of people during that first scavenging mission was wiped out. If the Rook is operating independently, we must assume she is already gone.
I see. We have apparently different opinions on the situation. I see one wants to go to the forefront of battle, and the other wishes to explore the sewers. Personally, I can go either way. To get more advantageous position over the enemy by gaining a better understanding of the Everflow would be advantageous for us. Give us an edge over what it devises behind closed doors. It may be a safer option and give them time to do whatever they're doing. But it is better for us to be safe than decharging knowledge of what's happening.
Safe. Doesn't win wars 10 units. Perhaps tell that to the frontline soldiers who are dying in your name right now.
Deaths is what I want to prevent. I hate violence.
If take inaction for too long, we miss. But I still feel if we are too brash, we'll lose as well. We have to find a compromise. A mixture. We have to be safe and quick. Swift on our feet. This is something I'll have to think about for a bit longer. If there's anyone to talk to, I recommend you. I have much to think about.
Okay. I'll leave you be then. It was nice talking to you.
It's been of course, been a delight talking as well.
Let's go check out our beloved Red Queen. See what she's up to. Who I think it is. Yep, that's who I think it is. Oh, thank you for the follow.
A beacon to them.
Hey, what are you guys up
Howdy.
to?
Just taking it easy. Nothing much. Just enjoying the air, I guess. Seeing what we can do for the future. What our next
Taking
step
easy-
in our plan is.
Taking it easy is a very rare luxury here.
It is. That's why I'm abusing it while I can.
Honestly,
taking it
so much
easy,
so that it doesn't even give me all that much peace anymore.
I say taking it easy as much as I can while still, being on edge.
I used to love the peace and quiet. It's just another source of
Maybe when this is
anxiety
all
now.
over, I'll go to go find an onsen that we can go to. Oh, I haven't been to an onsen in forever. I could do with a nice, just hot spring.
So what's that?
soak.
Oh,
It's hot springs that are where it's like water that's depending on where you go. It's normally done, if I'm not mistaken, through volcanic. Like to heat up the waters.
Huh.
If I remember right, it's been forever, so I might be wrong. But it's just meant
It's
to kind
usually
of,
volcanic heat, yeah.
yeah. And the water is usually either purified or one way or another, or natural, some sort of natural waters from somewhere. But again, it's
Volcanic
different where you go.
springs are usually very pure.
It's used to kind of soak, relax the body, cleanse.
I mean, I know what a hot
That's
spring
true.
is, I just didn't know the word onsen.
Onsen is
Or onsen, right?
another
Yeah.
word.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Japanese word for it. But
Uh,
especially, God, once this is all over, taking a dip in there, I feel like is gonna relax muscles you never know could relax at this point. Oh, Kelly.
I hope we can keep everyone safe until then.
That's the plan.
How's our armed warrior?
Arash?
Yeah. I keep forgetting their name, but yeah, Arash.
I had to think for a second myself. Not much has changed.
He seems pretty bloodthirsty, eager to get back to the war.
I mean, haven't they always been?
Don't know.
He puts himself on a pedestal.
More so now, I think.
What were some of the things you said to him after his first mission?
Fall in line, behave, stop speaking up and thinking you know better, more or less. He thinks his way is the right way, no matter what.
Yeah, we really had to yell at him.
I mean,
Fire
even I nearly
yes.
snapped at him, and that's rare.
Hello.
We all had to snap on him.
It's understandable for him to think
Freedom is
like
such.
that. From what I understand, the world he comes from can bend to his will, or something similar. He
He's a
doesn't know
soldier.
a world where...
He is a soldier, but
Treat
He
him as
doesn't
such.
know a world where,
I try.
it doesn't...
Right.
I've spoken to him like a soldier, I've reprimanded him like a soldier, and yet...
Speaking of which,
Howdy, Arash. Titan.
Arash?
That's you, Titan, right?
Rat creature thing. Shield bearer. I need your aid.
What's up?
Huh?
I need you to test something for me. I am trying a new cycle unit on my rifle. I will shoot it at you. You will block it with your shield. Tell me how hard it feels when it hits you.
Alright. Yeah.
Follow.
I mean...
Follow.
Okay.
Distance.
I think I'll join you.
Might as well
I
stick with
don't
this.
think this is a good idea.
Nope. But it'd be good to know if his rifle actually works.
Oh my god. This guy's gonna get fucking shot. It's gonna go through his shield, ain't it? Especially at that range. What the fuck?
I will go up to that window and shoot you from there. The soldiers can't let me test the sights as well. Come on, knock it on.
Step this way, Kelly.
Yep.
There's nothing really behind them. No one behind them.
Or be a good spot. I'm afraid of Ricochet.
Right there, you'll be fine.
I'll get it away from you.
Yes, as long as the shield's not pointing in our direction, we're okay. Stay out of the line of fire.
Miss. Way high, way low.
Sights off.
What was
Wow.
that show?
That was a hit.
Ooh, that was a good one.
You alright?
I'm alright.
Report.
So how much impact is that supposed to have? So I have a bit of an idea.
It's supposed to kick. Yeah, it's not supposed to be fun. It's not a fun feeling.
Well, I'd say it's gonna do a hell of a lot more than whatever it used to do before is. At least last time I saw you use it.
Outstanding. Guard.
Oh,
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, close range, that's a lot stronger.
Oh,
Are you
next
okay?
time, please.
Excellent progress.
Next time be careful though, if I had my straight shield you would have hit yourself with that probably.
Keep an eye out for more spare parts. I'm trying to build a shrapnel launcher.
Okay. You okay, Sky?
That's
That
it.
looked heavy.
Oh, I'm used to heavier hits than that. I'm fine. Although it did come unexpected. I've traded blows with some of the biggest guys we've fought so far. I'm surprisingly resilient for my size. Sit back down.
What do you think he's trying to accomplish? Making his weapons stronger and stronger?
Probably. I just hope he doesn't keep going until it shatters my shield. I'd be fucked then. Granted, so will be anything he points it at.
If he shatters your shield during testing and I'm around, I can fix it. Just
He
as long as
shatters
I'm
his
around.
shield. He shatters his shield and have to wait. What? Actually, I don't know. Have you ever died, Sky?
Not yet.
Ah, then maybe half an hour.
Well, as long as the shield doesn't disappear, I can fix it.
Hmm.
Bob. Raven. Okay, so that's Elise.
Honestly, when we went down there, that was our first... Like, that was the first expedition through. Like, proper. So if there is, I'm unsure.
Oh, there's a drifter.
We'd have to investigate. We do have that checkpoint, so maybe we can slowly start getting missions out there, seeing what we can chart out. But it's still a very dangerous place.
I
Julia, Do you have a moment?
Yes, a moment.
I do have a question. With the path that lay before us, do you think inaction upon our foes directly be the best course of action? To not strike them as soon as possible?
Oof. Really has the toughest decision here.
It would help to be able to hit them as soon as possible whenever we can, but at times there's only so much we can stretch our units thin with how they've been kind of positioning themselves around us as well. We could have some soldiers to spare to kind of push forward bit by bit, and that's kind of already what's happening. It's when we have to step in is when the bigger, I guess the more difficult fights are. Expansion's happening bit by bit, but yeah.
Then that is all. I personally just wanted your opinion on it.
I get it, I understand. There's a lot that these soldiers are doing on the front lines for us that not a lot of us know about, or see, that others can really see. They're paving our way forward so we can hopefully kind of squash it.
I do thank you for giving me the time and sharing your opinion.
Of course. Pull me aside whenever you have any
other
questions.
matters. Of course.
How can I help you?
Going to pull her cloak and whip it around using a vanish respawn.
Don't worry, she's fine.
I know, but
Still not used to seeing us flare our magic around.
yeah.
Hey, Sky.
Takes practice.
Yeah.
What was it you did back when you were alive?
Well, honestly, quite a lot like this. Just bigger targets. I was part of a hunter family, at least as far as I can remember.
See.
Granted, I remember a lot more than I used to back when I first arrived.
When you first came here, you were the one in charge of the flowers, right?
Hmm? Oh, yes, the medicinal flowers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. It was me and Amelia who found out they had medicinal properties in the first place.
Would you happen to know how to breed them as to genetically mutate them?
That's a rough question.
You have to recruit that one. Keep in mind that there's 5.
I mean, kinda, but I don't know if that still applies here. We usually use specialized insects for that kind of stuff.
You see, I might
Don't
have
know
to
if my
find some
knowledge
books on
applies
it
here.
then. I don't think anyone's knowledge applies here. It's kind of the trouble
That's
I've been
fair.
having with this place.
What is it you're trying to do?
Well, my main goal is to help you guys survive through pacifistic means if possible. I do not wish to hurt anyone. You know, the whole do no harm kind of thing.
I understand the mindset. It's just kind of been hammered out of me after a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that as long as I can, but I don't know how much longer that's going to happen.
Honestly, hold on to it. It's better that way.
Yeah. I'm trying to come up with as many ways as I can to heal you faster, better, more efficiently. Find ways to make you harder to make it harder for you guys to get hurt in the first place. Stuff like that.
Well, I appreciate the effort.
The irony of it, though, every single thing I have done since I've gotten here is make weapons.
Well, you're solely responsible for most of our potions, too. If it wasn't for
Yeah,
you, most of us would have probably been long dead by now. Well, deader anyway. More dead.
and
Quite a few memories.
not to throw any shade or anything, but I don't think you could have survived on Drifter's potions.
No, I mean, the only person that ever tried them perished on the spot, so no, I don't think we would have.
Don't tell her I said that.
I'm sure she knows already anyway.
Yeah, Purple probably does. I don't think Purple likes me very much.
Nothing.
I don't think I've spoken to that one much.
They're the one who does all of the merchant stuff. They're the one who sells the potions.
Too much the leader.
To be fair, Drifter had already stopped trying to peddle wares to us by the time I finally trusted them, so I guess that's why I never really talked with them much.
I honestly still don't trust them. I mean, yellow and blue are nice, gray is apathetic, I guess is the word for it. And red and I have a more friendly connection, but that's only because of something I gave her. I don't trust them that much though. Especially Purple.
I mean, they've not done anything to harm us. They've helped us out on multiple occasions, so they'll have my trust for now.
Yeah. I'm just overly cautious.
I mean, it's good to be at times. Someone has to be, right?
Yeah, but sometimes I think I'm too cautious. And well, at times I'm not cautious enough. And at times I'm too cautious, and either way I go, it kinda ends up bad.
Well, I'd say follow your heart. Whatever you think is the right thing to do. Unless it's killing us. Don't do that.
Do we
'Cause I don't
have
see you doing
hearts?
that. I mean, I used to. I don't know. I mean, technically.
If we're made of memory,
I don't
are
know how
our
it works.
insides the same?
Follow your soul, then.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of putting it.
To be fair, even if we don't physically in whatever form this is, we still have heart. It's not in the same sense we used to.
I don't do good with metaphors. I like science.
Yeah, I don't understand most of the science. I don't understand most of the things here. I usually just play along and pretend. Usually I'm lucky enough that someone explains it well enough that I can follow.
Science doesn't make sense to anyone, ever. The scientists are just the people who know how much they don't know.
Had a few science books in the old village. I did not get far in those.
Fell asleep on page
Might as
1?
well be a different language.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of really complicated words, and scientists do love using names from mythology, too. You got any plans for the next week or so? I don't have much to do. Other than my science.
I'm mostly just recuperating right now. If you need my help with anything, you can call me whenever.
I don't really have much right now.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna go see what's going on over at the bus stop over there.
Something going on?
I don't know, there's just a group of people.
I guess you can go check it out. It's better than awkwardly trying to have conversation when neither of us knows what to talk about, huh?
Yeah, that was my thought process.
I'm not really used to being social with people. Spent too much time fighting lately.
Me neither.
Don't have much time to talk.
I spent 20 years of my life in the books.
What was that?
I don't know how's more speaking to Sapphire and looking in that direction.
Oh, I thought you called out my name. That's why.
No.
Nerd.
What's going on over here?
Conversation. Just idle conversation. Saying that because I was asking about the sword there, and she's saying she's still trying to get a hang of it. I'm like, yeah, it took me a bit to get used to all of this, going from someone who ran the bakery in the old town to this.
I guess out of all of us, she did have the biggest shift, huh?
It took a bit of adjusting, learning how to actually fight, still not knowing how to do it,
cutting
and then
pies, cutting people.
the
not much difference. They all have
the force is a little different.
At the end of the day, you're still covered in sticky red liquid.
Anyway, I was gonna go check on Drifter over there before I got pulled away for conversation.
Is blood sticky?
Good luck with that.
Yes,
Doesn't
what's
seem
the
very
deal,
talkative
man?
today.
It can be if it congeals.
Guess it depends on how long you leave it.
How you doing, Sky?
Honestly, trying to hold it together. Doing well in that department up until now.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, I'm glad a lot of our enemies don't bleed all that much. Now that I have that mental image.
This is true. Usually they're not there long enough to really bleed much. Usually tend to
Yeah, they get kind of snapped.
Oh, here comes Mr. Combat Boy.
Okay, real quick. Just before he Irish walks around, you're gonna see a massive hole in his hand. He's done it again. He stabbed himself and he's just trailing his blood everywhere as usual.
Alright, Sir shoots a lot.
Honestly, it reeks. This shit smells. So just audibly react. This shit stank.
Speaking of blood, yeah.
Oh, God.
I just felt like a convenient store bathroom.
Healing wave.
Go get that looked at.
I don't think he would cooperate with that.
No, he won't.
But I'm bleeding everywhere, isn't
Too
it?
stubborn for that.
Nope. Gone. I think I can taste it. Ugh.
Yeah, if you think that's bad, my smell's much stronger than yours.
Amelia.
Amelia.
I can still
He's
smell
done the
it.
thing again where he stabbed his hand and they've just cleaned up a bunch of blood that was on the ground. Stank.
If you follow after him, hold your nose.
You want to go with her? Try and
Okay.
patch up with the hole in his hand. I meant her because she's the healer, but yeah, you should probably have his hand too.
True.
I will.
I mean, if he doesn't listen, she can help hold him down.
I would just like to point out the fact that you all said Amelia like you were talking, like you were trying to get the attention of your mom.
She does baby everyone, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, she is pretty much the party's mom, huh?
Amelia. Oh, that's just bleeding everywhere.
I have a bandage on hand, something like rags. Cover up your hand afterwards.
Doc is
Something
here.
be bleeding. Have them look over you at least. Make sure that cut's okay. Will they not have you
Worry
bleed out?
not. I have punctured my hand several dozen times since I have been here.
You only have so much blood. Be careful with that. Grab a couple of bandages on hand for next time.
How did you just sort of become the manager?
Clean
as
up
well?
when you're
It's a
done.
Paradox right now.
Please do not bleed everywhere. It is not fun to clean up.
Manager, the ultimate being.
Yeah, you smell like a toilet.
No, the toilet smells better than this.
Depends on where the toilet is.
Fair point.
Hey, hey.
So how things go
Not
with
on
Drifter?
finishing.
They're talking. They're, I guess, wrapping their head around it all still. The first one, after all, and it was a long one, so.
Yeah.
Hey, boss man.
What's up? Don't mind me. I was just giving your robot existential dread.
As if being a conscient machine isn't existential enough.
Yes, but I had to point out that that even though I am kind and I seem kind, that my kindness can be cruel. And I had to give him an example of why.
What did you do to him?
told him the truth.
Oh.
God, I have something in the oven.
And right through me.
I see that she's never truly stopped being a baker.
How long have you been working for the White Rabbit?
Eternity?
I don't think I can answer that, hon.
Okay, have you ever seen him hop?
He does it all the time.
Does he? It
If you
looks like
pay
he's
attention to when
walking.
he's going when he's going somewhere, you notice he like during his walk. He does it all the time. Like all the time. You really need to pay attention. Yeah, if you notice he needs to go anywhere at distance, you'll notice him like bouncing across the environment.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Granted, I knew him since before he was, looked like that. But
He wasn't always furry.
he's changed a lot. He's been around for time immemorial, and depending
Have you
on
not
what's happened, he shifts and changes.
have you not heard of the story of how this place came to be?
No.
Apparently, at some point, death reaped a soul of a little girl, and she told him the story of Alice in Wonderland. And he was so enamored by the story that he reshaped Purgatory after the story, and that's how he became the White Rabbit.
It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah, that's how the story goes. Alice meant a great deal to him, and it changed him. Permanently. And I've known him long since before he was like he is now. Most of us have, now I think about it. Time is a funny thing here. Doesn't quite work in the order you expect. In fact, I think the only one who only met him since after the change was 5. Picked up on a bit of his personality pretty quickly.
So I have 2 pies, 1 strawberry, 1 apple, and some ice cream. To go with
I'll
it.
take the
Either of them
strawberry.
black?
What?
Is either of them
No,
black? Did
they're
you burn any of
fine.
them to a crisp?
No, we're good.
I bet she's not telling us about the third pie.
Yeah.
Alright, anyone want pie?
I'll take strawberry.
Strawberry. Strawberry apple.
Don't matter.
Either one? Okay.
I'll
Ice cream?
take some apple.
Apple. Do you want ice
I'll
cream
go
with
with
it?
apple.
Can we, like, feed pie into your back hole? You know what I'm doing here?
I
You have a hole in the back?
don't think that was a
Strawberry.
good idea. That's the back
There's
vent
ice
for
cream
my
on the
bowl,
side for it as well. Go
in
with it.
case it overheats. Best not.
I think
Here's
you
another
can.
strawberry.
What? I just want to see
See
it.
you over there, 11.
While you hold that pie, I do not trust your
Just gonna
actions.
float it over.
Okay, there you go. Some apple.
I mean, I think you can. I've seen you drinking water before.
Please do not put pines in the back of my core.
There you go. There's
I,
ice cream on
I
the side as
wasn't
well.
going to.
Pie chunk.
Thank you.
There
Thank
go.
you.
Enjoy.
It wasn't my fault.
DM note. The intense
got a
flavor
pie
of
on
strawberries comes over Titan and it won't go away.
You right?
Are you malfunctioning?
What is this feeling?
Oh no.
Oh, wait.
Can someone help me? Please. Please, it's
Yeah,
overwhelming.
hold on.
I can't reach
Fucking
my
out of
core
this
easily.
place.
Please do not damage the
Amelia,
robot.
put your finger in his hole.
Let's see, where...
That's going in the quotes channel.
Hold on.
You find
I
a
need-
chunk of pie
Can I
inside
do
of him
it?
and you scrape it out.
Box. There we go. Okay, I got it.
Man's gonna have residual strawberry flavor on his mind for the rest of the week.
That was the flavor of strawberry,
reduces-
most likely.
But there's this feeling, the equivalent in like the back of his throat. So if he loses concentration, he can occasionally just taste strawberry for no reason, completely intermittently now.
That's strawberry.
Um,
At least it's strawberry.
I think I'll be fine. Why
it's
are you
so
standing
cool.
behind me?
I want to see your back hole.
I think it's rude to stare at people's back holes, Seth.
You're the one that shoved pie up his back hole.
Most organics do not have back holes.
I'd argue that most organics do.
You are thinking of mating organs.
Oh dear God, Sky.
And some machines in Area
There's
1
this
had those
horrendous
too.
effect. If I look through the window at you, you don't have a head.
Oh wait, really? oh yeah, shit, you're right.
Sky finally lost his head.
I lost my head years ago.
Oh.
That's
I'm
good to
sorry.
know, though.
If you need to
No, that you're
find me,
sensitive
I can
about your
help.
back holding.
Proves how empty my head really is. Anyhow.
Can we please stop talking about Titan's back hole?
You couldn't even say that with a straight face.
It feels like a highly in your window.
Yes.
I couldn't fucking say it.
Why?
I want
We were just talking about the back hole.
Never mind.
Still?
Just never mind.
What is this about a back hole?
John, I feel harassed.
There is no HR here.
They put pie in Titan's back hole.
Do we have SO? Do we have
saying it
full
like that.
resources?
I mean, am I wrong?
Technically?
I mean, if you wanted ice cream soup, we have a fire.
Yeah, paradoxically, you are the manager.
Oh, God. Oh, there.
I'm just not staying back there anymore.
What did we walk in on?
If you go back there, you might get a vanilla bean blast.
Oh, we were talking about Titan's back hole.
Let's
Do
get
robots
back
have
outside
that?
again. It's quiet there.
Apparently.
And it's away
Is that
from
like
all
his
this.
is that like his charging port?
No, it's his mouth.
Wait, what?
Out my mouth.
I want to plug something
I
in
can
it.
guarantee out my mouth. It is just a bad event for my
It
core.
must be real awkward at family
11.
dinners.
Why must you do this?
Sus. I'm not a vehicle.
Bro.
You are a vehicle for war. No, then you are a vehicle. Exhaust.
He makes a good
This
point.
is your fault and I hate you for it.
Oh.
Carries to the fact that was super bit crunched, not help.
That was a bit crunched. What the fuck? Hold on. Why the fuck was that bit crunched? Is this okay? That's okay.
Where you get coffee?
Tell me if you can eat and
To be
drink.
honest, some people
Actually
do that even if they're not robots.
I do not have the mouth.
Please do not continue this conversation.
Robot.
So, do you run on diesel or gas?
This question is still directed towards me.
At this point, I feel like it's directed at the ghosts in the air that don't exist. Just for the bit. Just for the bit. The bit's funny.
So, have you ever given anybody carbon monoxide poisoning?
Do you give it to them from... Will that come from the mouth, then? Actually, you know what? I can't continue this conversation. I'm gonna actually leave now. I actually can't continue this conversation.
Oh my god.
If you're still there.
I apologize. It's just... It's rare to hear laughter after so much we all have gone through. I apologize if it was at your expense.
The exo machines at Area 1, the ones I was telling you about before, they had mouths and they could eat and drink and do all the things a human could.
Interesting.
At first, they thought that they would make them like you, unable to sleep or eat or do anything. But apparently, during the initial trials for exominds, the humans put in there would tear themselves apart looking for their original bodies because they couldn't comprehend being in one that was not their own. So the scientists could make them, had to make them eat, defecate, sleep, do all the things a human could so that they wouldn't tear themselves apart.
That should have been expected.
Well, progress is progress. Unfortunately, we don't have to worry about the exominds of Ariana 1 anymore. After they rose up, in defiance, Reese Emperor Shayura destroyed them all. We will not be seeing any of them anytime soon.
Possibly. You never know what or whom could show up here fighting with us. It could be your enemy in your life at one point. But then again, you might have to fight your friend from your past. People change. Times change.
Well, what I can say for sure is that whoever's memories constitute this place, they must have come from some primitive planet. I can hardly find any of the resources I need to fuel my based arsenal.
Yeah. I guess from what you're saying is you don't see any memories of something that you might remember, so the memories here must came from someone's from some place far away from you.
Here is an interesting thought. If memory constitutes this place, who say that our memories cannot constitute this place? To bring memory into reality.
It's more than possible, from what I understand. The world around us we cannot change as easily because we remember this place as being this place. So the memories create themselves, kind of. But it is theoretically possible to pull something from your memory and make it real.
Yeah. From what I understand is if you want something, it'll cost you your memory, so...
Anyway, I think people are all up and heading off to rest for the night. I guess for the day or whatever time it is. So
Okay.
then you know, I think things are going to start winding down. Everyone's going to go get some rest.
Okay.
Okay. No, I wanted to talk to Drifter. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Is there a bunny around here somewhere? Oh, right there.
I do think I will follow the example of others. I'm going to head off to rest myself. All of you, relax well.
Okay.
I feel.
You take care.
I feel. Much as you can. Yes, all of you take care.
Take care.
Hey, Rabbit. So, every Halloween, you allow us to go to any world of our choosing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And time doesn't exactly exist in this place.
Correct.
Would we be able to go to any time period of our choosing?
Essentially.
So, would it be possible to visit my world during a time in which I was alive?
Yes, but you wouldn't be able to interact with it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
If you go into your own past, you will not be able to interact with it. If you go into your present, you get to interact limitedly.
What about the future? What's the limit on that?
First, you need to find someone from your world of your future so that you have a baseline to follow. Because you can't go where you're not written yet.
Well, technically we were written out.
Technically
I
you're written
understand.
out.
But technically
Yes.
I understand.
If you
can't
find someone
go-
from the same world, yes.
But I can understand if there was an idea for us in the future, we cannot cross that line. Or we could have been.
Correct. Yes. Your, again, interactions are very limited.
We don't want to cause a paradox that may happen.
Exactly.
So then to...
This is more to come to grips with your, mortality or lack thereof.
So, in order to visit a world during Halloween, we would have to have some grasp of the current events of the era.
Of the place you wish to visit, yes.
Well, when I went last year, I went to a place where I knew none of my past relations would have went to, so I wouldn't have
Right.
any chance of actually interacting with them.
Correct. If you had gone somewhere where you would be recognized, they would not have recognized you.
What were you thinking?
I was just curious. But this does give me another question. There is some sense of time here, because there is a chronological order of events. There is a past, present, and future in this realm. Are you able
Yes
to
and no.
go back in time? In this realm?
Me, myself? Yes. You? Probably not.
So it's not like a Christmas Carol where we can only see the shadows of the past, present, and future.
Right. You cannot do anything that will cause you to change any outcomes.
I wouldn't expect to be able to.
Right. Like, you can't go back and stop Drifter from being killed by their counterpart. You wouldn't be able to go back and stop any of the horrible things that have happened so far.
So, if I was in somehow, some way, had the capacity to travel through time, I wouldn't be able to meet my past self. And similarly, I will never meet my future self.
Right. Even if
Time
you're
is
in the
always a
same
funny
world,
thing.
you would not interact.
If I was able to somehow go back in time, would there be some sort of, barrier to prevent me from interacting with my past self?
Causality.
I understand that much, but what is the physical mechanism that would prevent it?
I altered the chance that you'll actually meet yourself, and I make it 0.
So you change fate?
I can.
Okay.
In a limited way.
This motherfucker just got harder to kill.
Can I ask a personal question?
Certainly.
When Bahamut decided to go back sometime, I'll say a year during that period, to drop off a certain gift to a certain child, was he only able to drop it off where this child could find it, and only served a reaction from a distance away?
Essentially.
So they were able to deliver a present, but couldn't not give it to them by hand.
Unless I wished it. But at the same time, they're not trying to meet themselves. They're not trying to cause a paradox directly.
Oh no, but this would have been this, as far as I remember from their overhearing the conversation, this would have been a time after death. the child would have been much older. It was more or less Bahamut easing their mind of a wish that they wish they could have completed in living.
Right.
Hey, Dawn.
Bahamut has
How are you
many
doing?
wishes. You have your M's.
Hey, you want to save those? There's apple and cherry pie with ice cream.
You should purge your thoughts of such worldly desires. The living are raw
Turns around and
materials,
has a
nothing
plate
more.
that's about this tall with pie and ice cream.
Unexpected. Nothing.
Yeah, made yourself. I don't know what to call that.
Wow.
It's pie a la pie, la mode.
Pie lasagna. Oh,
Okay. Pie is already lasagna. Anyway.
pie is a Wellington. Oh.
I hate you.
Pie has layers. It is a lasagna.
But a Wellington
Well, it's an
does have a
encapsulation
flaky
for the Wellington.
crust.
Lasagna has several layers. A pie has a top, bottom, and middle.
Oh. Oh. Your mom's on my side. Oh. Oh.
A sandwich is technically a lasagna.
Not unless you have a piece of bread in the middle.
Hop. Hop. Hop.
Everything's either lasagna
Have you never looked at how
or a Wellington.
a lasagna is pasta, stuff, pasta, stuff, pasta?
But then a cleft sandwich could be a lasagna.
Yes, yes, technically.
Correct.
It's a bread
A
lasagna.
big-
It's a very sad. Are you good?
A Big Mac is ate too much pie.
Yes. Are you learning the hard way why we don't eat like that?
I think that's a brain freeze from the ice cream, actually.
Yes. Eat too fast.
Rubs back.
But still. It's semantics. Anyway.
Perhaps this is a lesson for you not to engage in ravenous gluttony.
They're just learning.
Can you hold the plate for me? She flies a bit of pie off the spoon. Oh.
Bullseye. In the eye.
Oh, Ash, don't try to fight her, you won't win.
So is there anything troubling you up there? Deep in thought?
No. Why are you asking?
Been kind of asking everybody. I mean, it's been quiet for quite a while.
Everyone's been busy with their own things, so we haven't seen each other that much.
Well, I've seen you. Don't worry.
I know you have. I'm at the junkyard all the time.
I wasn't referring to just you.
Huh?
Her nickname is Big Brother.
What?
Never mind.
Really up than having to do that.
Okay.
Somebody over there will tell you how.
Oh, okay.
An all-seeing eye isn't as impressive when there's no place to truly use it.
No, that's just when the subject is boring and doesn't offer any entertainment.
So, before we all kind of, well, I mean, we all, I guess, Sapphire had the vision of some, like, white light shooting out of the ground. Is there, like, something happening with Wonderland we should worry about?
There's a lot happening with Wonderland we should worry about.
Yeah, but is Wonderland itself tearing itself apart from the inside out?
No, otherwise we wouldn't be here.
An interesting question. And a very simple answer. If anything were wrong, you would know.
If they didn't want us here, we wouldn't be here. With a lull in the conversation and a regrettably little amount of discussion on Titan's back hole, I think that's what we're going to call session.
Yeah, give me this hand.
Thank you all for joining. As always, I will see you next week. The next session, it is once again going to be another social. And by that time, we should have voted on which storyline that we're going to focus on. Anyway, hope you all had fun. See you all next week.